so-called official conference, unfortunately, has been rigged by the leadership of the Socialist Workers' Party to guarantee that they have a majority, and people aren't going to accept that.
Maybe it's a bit of a paradox, but it's the modestness of what we're left with that's a strength. Because we can't now say we're a national organisation that's got all the answers. We're a very important player with an MP and a couple of really good, maybe 3 or 4 really good strong areas, but we're not a national organisation. We've got to talk to the other people.
We do need to give a lead to people that have been absolutely let down by New Labour. New Labour has lost millions of votes over the last 10 years.
It's happening in Dagenham and Barking, which surprisingly enough is a result of Labour policies, which has led to a shortage in housing, overcrowding, etc. And until we reach out to the people of Barking and Dagenham and tell them, look, this is the solution and this is what we'll try and provide for you, they won't know an alternative. So for them it's a case of either the Labour Party, which a lot of them have voted for their whole life, or the BNP, which they think is representing what they believe, when in fact they're being fed misinformation, not just from the BNP but from the Labour Party themselves.
So there is a disillusionment with traditional politics in Britain today. People see politicians as being in it for themselves, corrupt, they don't give direct answers to questions, and as a result a lot of people don't vote. So we want to build a party that speaks for ordinary working class people, in the working class communities, but the only way you can do that is by making sure it's the working class people themselves that are building the party. It's their party.
We have a situation which is incredibly diverse on the ground. There are places where there were two or three supporters of Respect Renewal, and in a branch which is probably, or maybe the West SWP or people that have not joined Respect Renewal. Other places we're strong, like Birmingham, Manchester, North Manchester and so on, we're strong. And there it's clear what we do. We build strong branches, we start organising in a different way and everything else. So we're going to need a different approach, and we're going to follow it through. So what we're saying is that we should, where we can build Respect branches, we should start organising on the ground. Where we can't at the present time, we should start putting forward our ideas, and having a paper is an extremely powerful way of being able to do that, winning people to our positions, and as we win people to our positions we can then start setting up our structures and developing in that way. So I think it's been an incredibly successful day, and I think we can go forward very strong. Thank you.
The reason I'm here is because Respect Renewal, which is very aptly named, has renewed my faith. It has renewed my respect, and it's reignited my passion. 3 weeks ago, my membership card was in my cupboard somewhere in a big, massive pile of paper. 3 weeks ago, I pulled that card out and I put it in my wallet. Because I'm proud of Respect. And whenever I go to a cash point, or whenever I go to a shop to pay with my card, I'm proud to show them that I'm a member of Respect and I'm here to stay.
I think the first 2 sessions have been brilliant. I think it's laid the foundation for the next session, where we'll discuss where we go from here. It discussed what's been happening so far, and people's experiences in the last 4 years. And it's also a lot of people have also contributed and given ideas about what to do next. So I'm looking forward to the next session.
We're also reaching out to migrant communities, to the immigrant communities, whether they're from the Asian subcontinent, whether they're from Latin America, or whether they're from Eastern Europe like the Poles and other groups that are coming into Britain now. They're all welcome so far as we're concerned. We don't want any discrimination against anybody. We reject the idea that immigration is a problem. We don't think it's a problem at all. We welcome all people from all parts of the world to help make our society a vibrant and multicultural and different coloured society.
It's made me believe that we can actually go out there and win votes and win the hearts and minds of people and make a change.
I think it is historic, because I think if you look around in the room and if you speak to people, you have people from all sorts of backgrounds. And you've got people who are independent thinking people who have come together, and there's no one group dictating, there's no one individual dictating which direction it's going.
Thank you. You know, when I came this morning, I did come with a heavy heart. I did wish that we hadn't been in this position. We worked really hard to avoid this kind of acrimony. But I tell you what, I'll be leaving today light of heart, because this has been a fantastic conference. And I'm not going to take up any more time because I want to hear George's final words, but I'll leave you with this. In the break, we heard Gloria Gaynor talking about I will survive. Well, I think we're going to go beyond that. I'm looking forward to how we are going to thrive.
It's been a fantastic day beyond our wildest hopes. The size of the meeting, the geographical spread, the international and other fraternal addresses, the demographics of the meeting, men and women, black and white, Muslim, non-Muslim, young and old, and the spirit which many people have referred to has been simply electrifying. I was struck by how many talented people we have in our ranks. We are an organization which is not the finished article. We always said that. We mean that one of the most important tasks of the next few months is to speak to others about the terms on which we can engage with them and they with us. I never met Mark Perryman before. Then I heard him speak just a couple of weeks ago. It was like a shaft of light coming into the debate. These new leaders must now emerge and come forward so that they can draw the crowds and they can draw people into our orbit.
A lot of people mentioned today the fact that we actually have to go out there and start recruiting people. And I think before it was a case of a clique. And I think that's been broken down now.
I think that was what was really good at it, because it was looking forwards, and I think that was the danger. It would have been looking backwards, and there was just enough of that, just enough catharsis, sort of mentioning the pain. But then there's also a determination that it's not going to, that's not going to dominate it, and it's moving forward and doing something positive with it now.
I came kind of hopeful but unsure, and I come away feeling, more hopeful and feeling that there's a lot been said today that I really share and am being encouraged to hear. And I feel there is a determination after the experience of the SWP to really try and build something new.
I mean, for a lot of people, Respect was this, this radical, ultra left-wing movement that emerged out of nowhere simply as a response to the war. When in reality, for people like myself, it isn't that. It's more of an alternative to Labour. I mean, 10 years ago, if I had been able to vote 10 years ago, I would have voted for Labour. I would have voted for Tony Blair because I believed, as did my parents. My parents voted for him because we believed he was an alternative to Margaret Thatcher and John Major, the Conservative Party. They're not that today, but people, they don't know what the alternative is. Unless we go out there and we show them that, look, this is the Respect Party, this is what we stand for. And unless we tell them that, unless we show them that, then they're not going to vote for us. And unfortunately, it hasn't been done properly, since the launch of Respect.
See you later. Scotland playing it to the